Houma police worry their town is at the center of a deadly fentanyl wave.
Officers say the drug is responsible for killing 7 people in a 2-week span. Andres Fuentes has more details about the problem.
Don't consume anything if you don't know what it is.
That's the warning from Houma Police Chief Travis Terrio after 7 overdose deaths in 2 weeks.
If you're taking Xanax, take Xanax that's prescribed to you by a doctor.
Police say drug users thought they were buying Xanax or other prescription pills off the streets, but the drugs were actually fentanyl.
Anybody can get exposed to this easily because it's so dangerous.
The chief says the fatal drug has made many rounds in the community in the past, but during this current wave, he says that they are seeing about twice as many people overdosing than usual.
It gets bad and then it drops down, but I would say compared to last year, I would say we are probably slightly higher.
Now, this narcotics issue isn't just a Houma issue. The DEA says it's region-wide and nationwide. That's why their agents are trying their best to educate people about the precautions and the dangers.
Out of all the fentanyl that we have seized, this is throughout DEA, and the fake pills being seized and sent to our DEA laboratory, 6 out of 10 of those pills contain a lethal dose, which is 2 milligrams of fentanyl.
DEA agent Michael Arnett says the best way to avoid fentanyl is to only buy drugs from a certified pharmacist.
We have our work cut out for us.
It's a never-ending battle, and we're going to keep fighting it.
Right, and as Houma police officers say, they couldn't release any information about the ages or the names of the 7 overdose victims in Houma because the case is still under investigation, but they will keep us updated on any arrests and developments, and when we get that information, we'll be updating you both on air and online.